All right, so we're hanging here with Kevin Owens from Carlson Associates, which is a local insurance agency. We've done a couple other videos with our friend Kevin about information around insurance, and so we thought it would be great. That's my dog Ace, by the way. He's also going to be joining us intermittently. But we thought it would be great to find out a little bit how COVID-19 and this pandemic has affected the insurance world. So thanks for being with us, Kevin.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me.
So what are you seeing in insurance land right now? How is this coronavirus affecting insurance?
Well, the biggest worry off the bat would be businesses, the business insurance side of things, and just hoping that folks can be able to plod along until things get better. There are certain businesses that are obviously out of work for periods of time. They have medical insurance, they have employees, they have layoffs, they have things of that nature, and just don't really know how temporary it's going to be.
Right, exactly. Well, I mean, there's been a lot of discussion in our world, in real estate land, about forbearance and people asking to have their mortgages delayed, basically. And we could go down a long rabbit hole about that, whether it's good, bad, how to do it, what fine print to read. Another big expense for a lot of folks is their insurance premium. So have you seen any people not paying their premium, or is there an opportunity? What would you recommend if someone's struggling because they have been laid off, or their small business isn't producing any money right now? How would you suggest they handle that?
Yeah, number one, I'll talk about individuals with their home and auto, maybe something everybody has. Check with your insurance agent, check with your insurance company. Each individual company, especially on auto insurance, are doing different things, kickbacks, and they're not canceling people for non-payment and things of that nature. So you're going to maintain it. With that said, for example, Safeco and Travelers, they're offering 15% back on premiums for the next 2 months. That's only 2 months, not the whole year.
Right.
Yeah,
Good to know.
I read it wrong the first time. I was like, oh, well, that's amazing. No, it's 15% for 2 months. Other companies are doing different things, so it's case by case a little bit. There are opportunities to delay payments if you want it. I would recommend, if you can pay it, because I don't know how that works in the end. You're going to have to pay a bigger premium down the road if you decide to do that. But on auto insurance in particular, they're offering kickbacks. Life insurance is got some changes as well with their underwriting. Normally, a lot of times they have a nurse going out to the house to do vitals and A1Cs and EKGs and things of that nature. And obviously, people are concerned about life insurance right now, as much as any time I've seen. But there are opportunities. There's certain right-of-way processes where they're able to look back on medical records as opposed to having an in-home exam if you've had vitals taken the last 2 years or so.
That way you can avoid, you mean having someone come into your home, that part?
Yeah, most people are not wanting nurse, unfortunately the nurses are as exposed as anybody is out there. So having them come into the home doesn't sound great to folks. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
With all due respect, yeah.
Absolutely. No, I think everyone's really trying to stay safe. And I mean, especially with the stay home, stay healthy order, it's changed the way we're looking at doing business in a lot of ways.
Sure.
So insurance is considered essential and you are functioning, or are you just able to work from home remotely? What does that look like for you as a professional?
Well, I'm working from home remotely, and to be honest, I love it. I don't know if I'll go back to this office. It's great. I enjoy that aspect of it, but yeah, nothing's changed. I'm still working. I'm working as harder than I had previously. Working at home's been a nice transition for me personally. So yeah, pretty much the same other than that.
Oh, that's great. Well, that's really helpful. I mean, just like I said, as we've been talking to clients about, what the market is doing, economic predictions, also talking about forbearance, it's similar what you mentioned about premiums. Sometimes mortgage companies will delay your payment. It's not necessarily a forbearance situation. They just recognize what a crisis this is, so they'll delay it, and they will extend your mortgage on the back end or what have you. But with forbearance, sometimes it is that big balloon payment, and folks aren't understanding that. So that's why we've had a lot of conversation around that. And that's why I think people are also looking for other places to cut. So this is really helpful to know that there are some companies that are offering some % off, and we don't know what that'll look like long term yet. However, some temporary relief for folks that might be struggling right now.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. Anything, I mean, we spoke about individuals and, you know, that's, I think, top of everyone's mind right now is how they can take care of their families. What about businesses? I mean, do we have any movement yet? I'm sure we'll have another conversation as this develops and as we climb out of this, but with business insurance claims for like lost because a lot of businesses aren't allowed to even have their doors open.
Yeah, I'm yet to, it's difficult. You know, I have some dentists and some different office jobs that are 100%, they're done till May.
Yeah.
And it's really, really difficult for them. They're not going to cancel you for non-payment or anything like that, but it's difficult. There's not a lot of coverage in there for something widespread. In general, insurance companies are going to protect themselves in that regard. If something's widespread and they're paying out to everybody, they're going to be sunk. So they protected themselves in that regard. There tends not to be coverage for a widespread epidemic, and that there's business interruption coverage. So that's usually for a covered claim and something, you know, a fire to your establishment, something like that.
Okay, that's good to know. Well, we'll see how this develops. I mean, I think obviously with the stimulus plan, the government has jumped in to try to take some pressure off all those businesses. Anyway, but no, we really appreciate you taking the time today, Kevin. I know you are super, super busy and good information, and we hope you stay healthy and busy. And of course, we'll, as usual, put your contact information along with this post if anybody wants to chat to you specifically.
Cool. Thanks for having me.
All right. Talk to you soon.